Edward St Maur, 11th Duke of Somerset. Edward Adolphus St Maur, 11th Duke of Somerset, 24 February 1775, 15 August 1855, styled Lord Seymour until 1793, of Maiden Bradley in Wiltshire and Stover House, Teigngrace, Devon, was a British landowner and amateur mathematician. Biography. Seymour was born at Monkton Farleigh in Wiltshire, the son and heir of Webb Seymour, 10th Duke of Somerset 1718–1793, by his wife Mary Bonnell, daughter of John Bonnell of Stanton Harcourt, Oxfordshire. He was baptized on 4 April 1775 at Monkton Farleigh, with the name of Edward Adolphus Seymour, but later changed it to Edward Adolphus St Maur, in the belief it was the original ancient form of the name. In 1793, he succeeded his father in the dukedom. In 1795, in the company of Reverend John Henry Mitchell, he undertook a tour through England, Wales, and Scotland, which he recorded in a journal, published in 1845. The tour took him as far as the Isles of Staffa and Iona in the Hebrides. He was a patron of the Free Church of England. He was a gifted mathematician and served as president of the Linnean Society of London from 1834 to 1837, and as president of the Royal Institution from 1826 to 1842. He was also a Fellow of the Royal Society. In 1837, he was made a Knight of the Garter by Queen Victoria. Seymour was also set to serve as the first president of the Astronomical Society of London, later the Royal Astronomical Society, having been unanimously elected to this post at the Society's second public meeting on 29 February 1820. However, he was persuaded to resign the position within days of his election by his friend and then president of the Royal Society, Joseph Banks, who strongly opposed the establishment of a specialist society for astronomy. In 1808 he purchased a London townhouse on Park Lane, which he named Somerset House, and where he spent much of his time. In addition, in 1829 he purchased from George Templar 1781–1843 the Devonshire estate of Stover in the parish of Teigngrace, near Newton Abbot, and made Stover House his principal residence, where he displayed the valuable Hamilton art collection brought as her marriage portion by his wife Lady Charlotte Hamilton, a daughter. This included paintings by Rubens, Lawrence, and Reynolds. The principal seat of the Seymour family had been Maiden Bradley in Wiltshire, but for one more generation it remained Stover. The Stover purchase included the Stover Canal and the Hayter Quarries and Hayter Granite Tramway. He added a large portcullis with Doric columns to Stover House and built a matching entrance lodge. Somerset married twice, firstly on 24 June 1800 to Lady Charlotte Douglas Hamilton, 6 April 1772, Somerset House, Park Lane, London, 10 June 1827, daughter of Archibald Hamilton, 9th Duke of Hamilton, by whom he had 7 children. Edward Seymour, 12th Duke of Somerset, 20 December 1804 – 28 December 1885, eldest son and heir of Stover House. He married beneath his social station, in his relatives' opinion, whose 2 sons predeceased him. Upon his death, despite leaving 3 married daughters, the dukedom passed by law to his heir male, his younger brother, with whom he had developed an enmity after the latter called his wife Georgiana Sheridan a low-bred greedy beggar woman whose sole object was to get her hands on the property and leave it away from the direct heirs. The 12th Duke bequeathed Stover and its priceless contents, including the Hamilton treasures, in trust for his illegitimate grandson Harold St Maur, which caused uproar on the part of his younger brother, the 13th Duke, who considered the treasures to be family heirlooms which should have passed to him. He inherited Maiden Bradley House, presumably under an entail, but almost entirely stripped of its contents. Archibald Seymour, 13th Duke of Somerset, 30 December 1810 – 12 January 1891, second son, who succeeded his childless brother in the dukedom. Algernon St Maur, 14th Duke of Somerset, 22 December 1813 to October 1894. Lady Charlotte Jane Seymour, 1803 7 October 1889, who on 31 March 1839 married William Blount d. 27 July 1885, of Orleton, Herefordshire, 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 Lady Jane Wilhelmina Seymour, Lady Anna Maria Jane Seymour d. 23 September 1873, who on 13 September 1838 married William Tollemache, 7 November 1810 17 March 1886, son of Honourable Charles Manners Tollemache of the Earls of Dysart, by his wife Gertrude Florinda Gardiner. Lady Henrietta Seymour, following his first wife's death in 1827, he remarried on 28 July 1836 at Marylebone, Portland Place, London, to Margaret Shaw Stewart, daughter of Sir Michael Shaw Stewart, 5th Baronet of Blackhall, Renfrewshire, by his wife Catherine Maxwell, daughter of Sir William Maxwell. The marriage was childless. Somerset died at Somerset House in London in August 1855, aged 80, and was buried at Kensal Green Cemetery, London. Margaret, his second wife, died at Somerset House on 18 July 1880, and was buried with her husband. Ancestry.